All right. Hello, challengers, and welcome to your group. In the past, I've had a lot of questions about kind of how to get started and how to meal plan, how to meal prep. I know a lot of you, it might be a little bit overwhelming whenever you get all your stuff in the mail. If you're doing the 21-day fix, you have all these containers, a meal plan, this and that, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but never fear. I'm here to help you out a little bit. So I just decided to create a quick video to kind of take you into my daily routine and kind of how I meal plan for the week and really just make things simpler on me. So let's get started. A lot of times, whenever I meal plan, right now I'm meal planning for myself and my boyfriend. So there are two of us that I kind of have to keep in mind. And a lot of times, we eat dinner together. And that's usually the only meal. If he's off, there might be he might be around and whatnot. But dinner is really the only meal that I care to plan throughout the week. And for some of you, you might like to plan your breakfast and your lunches and your snacks and all that kind of stuff. And you can use this strategy to kind of plan out the rest of your day as well. But I'm going to show you how I do it with just dinner. So a lot of times I sit down on Sundays because that's just, I don't know, it's kind of a day that just screams meal planning to me and meal prep. So I will sit down on Sundays and I will go through a cookbook. Right now I'm really loving this Fixate cookbook. Autumn just put this out. It has a ton of recipes in here that are, not only do they show you how they fit in with the 21-day fix, but they also they're great recipes to kind of make any really, traditional recipe food a little bit healthier for you. So that's just something that's out there. If it's something that interests you, let me know and we can get you a copy. But if you love using Pinterest, if you've seen other recipes that people have posted, or you just have a lot of go-to recipes that you like to make, there's ways to fit them in. So I will go through the cookbook and I will usually pick out about 2 or 3 different dinner recipes that I'd like to do for that week. And I will show you why. Let me share my screen with you real quick here. But we are going to see right here, you'll see this is a spreadsheet that I created. I created this in Google Docs. You can create it in Excel. You can just put it on a piece of paper. You can put it in your phone. You can literally do it however you want, but this is how I chose to do it because then I can share it with people. I can share it with my boyfriend so he knows what we're eating for dinner and all of that. So what I did is I went through and you'll see that I have a couple of meals here. And there are some variations, and this is just a different kind of week. I can show you another one as well, but so I picked fajitas, sloppy joes, and spaghetti and meatballs. Those are my 3 meals that I wanted to pick that week. So I put them in, and then I went through my cookbook, and I listed out right here all the different ingredients that are going to be in there. On some of the recipes, I'd maybe skip stuff. If it calls for salt or pepper, a lot of times even garlic or an onion, I don't put those on here just because those are ingredients that I often keep in bulk in my apartment. So kind of list some stuff out, but I encourage you to just list everything out. And then on the side here, I included what containers that's going to be using up. So 1 green, 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 teaspoon for these steak fajitas that I'm doing. And then I did the same for the sloppy joes and the same for the spaghetti and meatballs. And then over here, you'll see I started to repeat it. So I did chicken fajitas this time instead because we always have a ton more chicken in here. But you could, again, do steak fajitas. And then, maybe right here, we ended up going away this weekend. So, but right here, I would usually put sloppy joes on Friday. And then Saturday, I would do spaghetti and meatballs again. And then Sunday, I usually do leftovers. So you can kind of eat up whatever's left from the week. Or, that extra day, maybe you plan on going out to eat with friends or, doing whatever. So you don't really have to plan it out. But that way, I'm really only making 3 meals throughout the week, which makes my meal prep easier. It makes it easier to buy groceries and a lot cheaper often, too. It saves me a lot of hassle. Sometimes I'll even go through a period of time where I only pick 2 meals, and then I'll do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for the same meal, if that makes sense. So what I'll do is I'll put these in here. And I believe this is also filled out as well. So here was just another week, chicken salads, pork chops with buffalo cauliflower, mac and cheese. Then we did chicken salad, pork chops with buffalo cauliflower, mac and cheese. And again, listed out all the containers. So what I will do after that is I'll take that list and I will pull up my smartphone. And I will go into, where do we keep it? We keep it in a reminders. We keep our grocery list in there. And so I will pull up my grocery list and I will literally just go down and I will put in all the different ingredients that I need, the different amounts, just so that I remember, and all that kind of stuff. And from there, depending on if I kind of have a good idea of what's in the house or not, I will either just leave out those ingredients that I know we have here. I know we keep chicken in our freezer all the time, so we hardly ever have to buy that. So maybe I won't put that on the list, or I'll put everything in the list, and then I'll go over to my freezer, my refrigerator, and I'll just check off or delete all of the ingredients that I already have. And then that just stays on my phone, so whenever I go to the grocery store, it's just a quick and easy list that I can use. And again, I have that shared with Erin, so if you have, a husband or a spouse or, a roommate that you live with, you can do that as well. It's just a quick and easy way to just share things. So I have that grocery list, and again, that's what I take to the grocery store. So I take it to the grocery store. A lot of times, whenever I'm there, it's easy to pick up things. We do a lot of shopping in bulk, especially those things that we eat a lot of. Chicken is usually one that I keep in mind, just because protein does tend to be a bit more expensive. And then you're probably thinking, okay, so what about the rest of my meals? What about lunches, breakfasts, snacks, etc.? Well, for those, since I work from home and I'm here all the time, what I do is I just make sure that I stock up on some of the essentials that I really like that fit into my containers. I'm usually not too picky. My shake counts as a red every day. So a lot of times I'll maybe add a half of a banana to that, so I make sure that there are bananas on hand. There's always Greek yogurt in my fridge, fresh veggies, fresh fruit, that sort of thing. And those I choose whenever at the grocery store based on what's on sale and what's on season, just to keep my grocery budget smaller. It's much easier to just do that than it is to really I'm trying to think of a seasonal thing, but watermelon, it's a lot more expensive in the winter than it is in the summer, because that's not whenever it's being grown. So I stick with a lot of seasonal fruits and veggies, and I just stockpile them in my fridge. And then throughout the day, I just keep a running tally of what I'm going to be doing and which containers I need to eat and what still needs to fit into my meal plan, and go from there. But if you want to plan those meals out, especially if you're working, you need to take lunch with you, that sort of thing. If you have kids and you need to plan around that, definitely put that in your meal planner, and that'll fit in there very easily, and you can really easily keep track of what you're doing. And then a lot of times Sunday, again, we'll go grocery shopping, we'll bring everything back, and then, I do spend a couple of hours preparing my food for the week at that point in time, because it saves me time throughout the rest of the week. So I wash all my fruits and veggies, I cut them up if they need to. That watermelon I was talking about, I cut that up into chunks. I have tons of Tupperware here that I just, everything just gets cut, washed, prepared, and in the fridge, because throughout the week then I can kind of just grab and go, and it's not as much prep during the week. I don't have to think about it. It's an easy to grab thing whenever I'm rushed or stressed or whatever. I don't have to think, well, it'd be much easier if I just stopped at the fast food place and grabbed a burger or something like that doesn't really fit into my goals and what I'm trying to accomplish right now. It's easy to just come here. I usually have fresh fruit on hand right out on my counter. I've cut up veggies. That's always the biggest thing. and just stuff that's easy to stick in the microwave whenever you need to. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps get you started. Feel free to ask any questions if you still are a little confused, aren't sure how this is going to fit in or how it's going to save you time and money. Just let us know, and then we can definitely help you out. But I hope this gets you started, at least for right now. So good luck. We are going to do a great job these next few weeks, and you can do it. It just takes a little bit of practice, and then you'll become a pro, I promise. So have a great rest of your day, and I guess here's to better eating.